Testing, check. All right, final check's done. We are on. We'll get some music going so that we can do the intro. Let's see, what do we have for tonight? How about a little piano metal? Scorpions, still loving you. I thought it was not loving you for some reason. Well, good evening, everybody. I thought I was recording earlier and live, but at least things are brighter in my bedroom now. Welcome to Autism Highway Fridays, July 17th, aka 17th July, simulcast, where we talk about things in the autism community, out of the autism community, always broadcasting live from the Akashic bedroom, of course, unless otherwise noted. Unfortunately, the air conditioner was running. I really wanted to do this one outside. It would have been mystical as heck. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I will be reading the news and giving updates right now, as soon as Failbook, or Facial Book as it were, decides to actually load. Or do something along the lines of load. Alrighty. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Authorities released the names of the 4 Marines killed in Thursday's shooting. The Loch Ness Monster. Mythical creature in Scottish Lake is likely a large catfish, experts say. Fallout. Bethesda Software releases uncut gameplay trailer for video game's next installment. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I know a lot of people have played Fallout personally, so you guys have a wonderful time with that. And let's see what else is there. It seems to be that there's more than 3 headlines these days. Okay. Zoe Tur, transgender journalist, gets into heated exchange with Breitbart Senator editor Ben with something's senior editor Ben Shapiro. I actually might know who that is. Total War. In-game trailer released for upcoming video game Total War Warhammer. Oh geez, that doesn't sound metal at all. Three Doors Down. Singer Brad Arnold stops performance to kick out person who allegedly hitting woman. Ooh, not good. The X-Files. Fox airs first teaser for the 6-episode revival of the sci-fi drama series. I and a bunch of my other personal friends actually watched that, so that's pretty sweet. Um, the Revenant. Trailer released for the upcoming action adventure movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Ooh, I should check that out. And that's about it. I hope everyone's day is going well. Mine is going well as well. You know, all's well that ends well, well. I met up with Autism today before work, and I met one, Jonah Weinberg, and his assistant Don, and we discussed having a chalk event at one of the smaller event locations as a possibility, as opposed to the large full weekend gala. This is because of the space requirements and the time to set something like this up. There are going to be further discussions of this, and I will keep everybody updated as soon as things are updatable. With that said, yeah, things are going well. I would also like to thank Diana Ellie Vin for putting some of our art to the pavement, as it were, at the 8th annual Rock the Cause event, 501c3 charity Rock the Cause event to raise money for the Autism Highway Slush Fund. So I think that's awesome. Diana is a close personal friend who is a fellow artist who runs Art by Diana Ellie Vin, and she's selling a series of prints called the Egret series, and she has 100 of each, and once they're gone, they're gone. And that's all there is to it. She also has others like Tidal Wave and Hello Kitty. And I believe it's Hope Believe Love, but I don't want to get the name wrong, and I have it hanging up right over there. Let me go read it off. Oh yeah, I got it right. It's Hope Believe Love. It looks really neat, and the background, it has like the words Hope Believe Love actually painted and amidst these really neat, colorful, trippy backgrounds. So check out her page on Facebook as soon as I can get the address here. There we go. Art by Diana Ellie Vin. Is I believe it's just Art by Diana Ellie Vin. You can find it by looking up Art by Diana Ellie Vin on Facebook, and I'm sure she would love to supply all your interesting egret artsy needs, and then some. All right, I'm going to try to call Kelly Green now. No, the lines are not open yet, by the way, so don't try calling. There we go. All right, no Kelly Green of the Red Voice tonight. That's kind of sad, but hey, I will try to carry a show any way possible, and we will probably all meet up soon. All right, well, here's the deal. I am opening the lines now due to a setback with technology yet again. All right, I'm copying and pasting the notice in the event dialog. All right, lines are open. touchpads and laptops. You are all so wonderful. Not.
I've been sitting here all day, I've been sitting in this way.
Alrighty, here's the thing. I think we have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hey kids, this is Carrie.
Hello, people. And Carrie? People, this is the Carrie. How goes it, Carrie?
It goes good today.
It goes well today for me as well, and welcome to the Autism Highway. What may we do for you?
Thank you. So what are you guys talking about today?
We don't know yet because we lost our guest for this week because of difficulties on their end that I'm not supposed to bring up, even though I wouldn't anyway. So you don't have to put like a gag order on me, because it wasn't connected.
Well, I have an idea.
All right.
Well, why don't we talk about like anxiety and social situations?
Okay. What do you know about anxiety in social situations? I think you wrote a paper on that, if I'm not mistaken.
What was that? I'm sorry.
What do you know about anxiety in social situations? Because I believe you wrote a paper on that, if I'm not mistaken. So feel free to share your knowledge.
Yes, I did. Anxiety can be a very hard thing to recover from or even to deal with at the moment. It can be very stressful and difficult, like if someone around you doesn't know what you're going through. It can make it harder for you to deal with that situation at that moment.
What are some coping strategies that you would use to deal with a situation like that?
Well, if I saw someone having anxiety, which I would try to assume it was, um, I would get them away from the situation in a quiet spot for them to calm down and recover from the place and just be a listener, because it's good just to listen to the person, and because too much talking to them can cause the situation to get worse by time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. As somebody who's actually gone through it in spurts of anxiety, yeah, that would work. I've actually learned to just get away from the situation if possible and take do some meditation type breathing, kind of like how Marcy was talking about some of the techniques she was talking about on the show a few weeks ago. I do some of that stuff if I ever get over anxious over anything. So yeah, I would say that what you're suggesting is very helpful and does in fact work.
Yes.
So I can provide.
Well, do you think that medication is good for anxiety in some situations if they're really bad panic attacks, or do you think people should just use coping systems?
Well, I think medication does have its place, and I'm not just saying that to cover my butt. I really do think it has its place, but only in severe situations. Because a lot of the problems with medical or clinical anxiety have to do with the brain's ability and the hypothalamus, I believe it's called, and the amygdala to regulate the brain chemicals that lead to anxiety.
Well, I currently have a friend that is autistic. She is currently diagnosed. She's 30 years old.
Yeah.
And but she's knew that she's autistic most of her life, but she just finally got a diagnosis.
Well, that's now, good. How did she feel about it?
She's glad she got the diagnosis, but she feels like she should have gotten this diagnosis a long time ago.
Yeah, and that's what they all say. That's what a lot of
had a better life.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people that I know have said who have been diagnosed later in life. So anyway.
Well, yeah, because her mom, her dad, school, and everything didn't understand her. Thought she was just acting out for no reason. You know, just no one understood her. She never got things in life that she could have had normally.
Yeah.
But my thing on this is, I had to give the background story because she's having a lot of bad panic attacks or anxiety attacks, so like at work, that interfere with work, as well as social situations. Now, I think that she can use coping tips, you know, and just walk away when it's a social situation because that's easier. But when it comes to work, you can't always walk away.
Well, true in some situations, but I'm finding that nowadays when you get a job, if you explain the situation to your boss in private, gently, most of the time they will be understanding about that and having to take 5. I've had a couple of jobs where I've had to do that and they've been fine with it. But I imagine that there are bosses that aren't. So I see where you're coming from there.
Right, and her work situation is kind of like this. It's taking care of elderly or taking care of PCA jobs where she's not always with other people to help with that.
Yeah, and that is unfortunately something that she really does need.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like in those situations, maybe some medication just to help with that certain situation would be beneficial.
Or some type of medication that's probably a light dose or a lesser dose, just to help regulate and balance those brain chemicals.
Hi, Andy, I love you.
Hi.
That was Ian.
Yes, I can tell. I can tell. Hello, Ian from the Autism Highway. We all love you.
He came and saw my residents today. I work with dementia patients, and he came with me to see them, and he enjoyed seeing them and gave them hugs. And
oh, that was nice. I heard that can actually be kind of helpful for people going through that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that pretty much all? Is that pretty much all you have? Although we have an empty switchboard, so you can stay on longer if you like.
No, that's okay. I think that's all I have.
All right. Well, thanks, caller Carrie Hansen. I hope you call in again, and I hope we're able to, chat it up and help you with any situation you may have. Oh, heavens. Oh, what?
I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this way. And I've been... Goodbye.
Okay, now that that's over. Sorry about that. I will reopen the lines when I get other people calling in. I also think that Google Hangouts actually froze. Let me double check. All right, there we go. Things are loading up. All right, now I am back. Sorry about the little hang up here. Google is being googly. With that said, I will find something else to fill the time until we get another caller, as it is really difficult to deal with that song.
This free conference call is provided by Uber Conference. You are the first participant on the call. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
Well, I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room. And I've been waiting on my friends. Yes, I'm waiting on this conference call. All alone. And I'm yes, I know.
All right, now that I've killed that, I'll find something else to fill the air with as we wait for callers, which is really weird. But whatever. And let me check the Hangout. Yeah, no one's here. I'm just sitting here going herpaderp. How entertaining. A little Final Fantasy VIII music to carry us along until somebody calls in. There we go. Sorry it took so long to get something going here. I know it's supposed to be entertaining, but having just got off work, as one can tell by looking at my uniform, I'm a wee bit wiped, but in good spirits. That was the Final Fantasy VIII Overworld theme. And let's see what's next. Hang on, I have to check the list here. Eyes on Me, the love theme from Final Fantasy VIII. Composed and produced by Nobuo Uematsu, arranged by Shiro Hamaguchi, and performed by pianist Shinko Ogata. Very good music, by the way. I actually used to have this album. Very relaxing and fun to listen to as background ambiance. Tina's theme / Terrace theme, Final Fantasy VI piano collections. Also written and directed by Nobuo Uematsu, or produced, or whatever word it said. Final Fantasy VI was the first Final Fantasy I ever played, and I played it quite late compared to when it first came out. I actually played it when I was in middle school. This song in particular, the first time I heard it, it was so breathtaking and amazing, and the Mode 7 graphics in the intro just brought it out. Even though I played 7 before I played this, I thought it was an amazing game. I played it and beat it several times. But this being the main theme is one of my favorite themes of Final Fantasy. And we just got a like from another one of my friends, and possibly another caller. Gao's theme, Final Fantasy VI, piano collections. Oh heavens, it's Kafka's theme. Wonderful. Oh yes, my first Final Fantasy, not the baddie. Or actually the real baddie, then the not the baddie was thrown in front of you at the opera, but yeah, whatever. Oh, this music is just putting me in a trance. It's wonderful, people. Wonderful. Final Fantasy IX Piano Collection's full album. First track, produced and arranged by Nobuo Uematsu, performed by Louis Leerink. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And they start out with Eternal Harvest. Ironically, that was a piano piece. Oh no, the music's stilled. Ah, the title screen theme. Where I used to tell my friend that it's where the arch pops up. Hermit's library agent, Doug Guaro, I think that's how it's pronounced, Guerrero or something like that. It sounds like the Spanish word for warrior. Really interesting song. I think I swear I've heard it on. I swear I think I've heard it on Mr. Rogers or something. This was on the S collection for the Final Fantasy CD released with Final Fantasy IX, I think it was. Or, no, it was Chronicles. And I went up and grabbed a copy as a birthday present, and I thought that was sweet. I still have it. And this, unfortunately, is how we're going to close the show because I have to be done with this at around 10 when the night orderly comes in. So I hope you all had a wonderful time listening to myself and the caller that called in. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I cannot wait to find out what happens next week. I have word on the wire that Mark will probably be back for next week. Oh yeah, and Ed. We're going to try to get Ed back in because of his album. I think it was supposed to be sometime this month that it came out or was cut. So, we are going to be concluding this early. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I hope you're able to watch this, and I hope it comes out fine like it did last time. Peace out from the Akashic Bedroom on the Autism Highway, and have a wonderful evening, everybody. I am off to get some more coffee.